Bye.
Coming up to Australia Day tomorrow, it's very busy at Featherdale Wildlife Park in Western Sydney, where they have the world's biggest collection of Aussie native wildlife. US actor Will Smith dropped in to see for himself. Take a look.
Welcome to the Will Smith's first episode of When Dumb People Get Bit. We're about to feed this crocodile. This feels stupid. Here we go, y'all. Ooh. Oh, damn. Should I? Oh, hey. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't nothing. I'm cool. That wasn't nothing. All right, I need y'all to be quiet. Shh, 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 shh. This our new baby. This is Trey and Jaden and Willow. And now we got a wombat. I can do that.
And even a little wave there from the wombat. Well, Will Smith was getting up there close and personal, as we saw, with native wildlife, and Zookeeper Chad Staples and his team have brought some in for us here at Studio 10. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning, how are you?
How good was Will Smith? What was it like meeting him?
He was cool. He was, I guess, exactly like you see him on screen. He hung out for about 2 hours. He'd actually said he's never been to a zoo anywhere in the world for about 15 years.
Oh.
And he hung out with us for a couple of hours. So he was just mesmerised by Australian animals like everyone else.
You don't blame him at all. I mean, I can't
Well, he
believe...
got to hold Fernando.
I'm snuggling Fernando, who Will Smith was cuddling.
That's right.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
So, Chad, what have you brought in for us this morning? We've got a beautiful...
We brought the big icons. So if you're talking about Australian wildlife, the koala, the wombat, and an eastern grey kangaroo. I don't think there's anything bigger.
On the Harbour Bridge this morning on the way in. Not at all. This is Sky. This is Sky.
Sky's about 8 months old, and I'm actually surprised she's even got a head out at the moment because she was a bit concerned about what was going on, whereas Archer's just ready to go.
I've been giving her some media training.
I think. Thank you.
Is Archer ready to go? I mean, the thing about Featherdale is you can be hands-on there. It looks like he's pretty chill. There's lights, there's cameras, there's lots of people. What are they like in the wild, and then what are they like at Featherdale?
They vary. So, I mean, we've got a huge collection of koalas, obviously. It's the biggest collection anywhere in New South Wales, and everyone is different. So Archer laps this up. It's nothing to him. But there are other koalas that would not let me hold them like this. It's an inbuilt thing.
Does he like caramello bears?
Well, he's okay when I eat them, if that's a test.
Oh, he's so beautiful. We are so lucky, aren't we?
What about Jess's wombat? What species is it? And a wombat's having a hard time out in the wild?
Well, that's a pretty good question. So, in Australia, we name things pretty poorly. I think he's called a common wombat.
Oh, he's nothing common about Fernando. Oh,
but typically what does happen with wombats, I mean, Fernando came to us because of his mother's road fatality.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, this is something that happens in big numbers still in Australia, especially around the sort of winter school holiday period, because so many people are on the road.
Yes. Because I think that's what's so wonderful about what you do, Chad, at Featherdale, that you really ensure that these incredible animals, that we can all get to see them, like this gorgeous little Joey that Ange has got. But what happens once she stops being quite so cute?
Well, hopefully she won't.
Or gets
the goal.
bigger.
The good thing is she's being a female, she's very likely to stay pretty placid her whole life.
Ah, that's good.
When you do have a big boy who grows up and realises he's the boss, there is some management issues.
So what do you do then? How do you keep them apart?
Yeah, it's more you need that separation. So you can then allow people to get close without being too close for it to be an issue. So that's the biggest thing. We love everything to be hands-on at Featherdale. So the more we can provide this sort of environment, the better.
Oh, it's extraordinary.
Chad, we've been to Featherdale many times and it's absolutely fabulous. I was reading earlier a story about the fact that they're very concerned about the koala population. How are we doing at the moment with koalas?
I mean, a very broad stroke, not very good.
Why?
Of many different reasons. So if you actually look at koalas, we have many disjunct populations all the way down the east coast. And you actually have to look at each population individually to say, this is what's going wrong here, this is what we need to do. If you look at them as an overall population, it makes it more difficult. Most east coast and the further north you go, it's all to do with habitat destruction.
Development?
Because we all want to live on the east coast.
Yes.
You then get to places like Kangaroo Island, there's too many because it's an island population with no predators. So it's a very different problem and solution for the koala, depending where you live.
Now, Featherdale, as we've mentioned, is a fantastic place to visit for families, and because we love our studio audience here at Studio 10, Featherdale is giving you all family passes so you can enjoy this wonderful park. Chad, you guys do such an amazing job at Featherdale.
We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning with your very, very cute friend.
I'm not sure I'm getting this one back, to be honest.
No, I want to take Fernando home, please. He's so cute. Would he get on with my cats, do you think?
They're big dog players. Cats, they may be a feeling out process.
Well, ahead this morning, we are cooking up some bush tucker, find out how to get some outback inspiration for dinner. And after this break, there's good life advice from Ita. We'll see you in just a moment.